Hello, everybody. It is Rebecca here, the founder of Soul Cups, and we are up to episode 10 of our Plastic Free July Sustainable Speaker series. Today is really fantastic because we are talking about online shopping. Online shopping is mostly everyone's favorite pastime, especially in all of this lockdown drama. So I'm super excited because I'm going to be bringing on Kate from Au Natural New Zealand, where this website essentially is a plethora of incredible, conscious, and sustainable beauty and living products. So it's that wonderful environment where we know as consumers we can jump on and basically trust and know that all of these products have been curated to sustainability, ethics, and everything in between. I wanted to bring Kate on today so that we can get a little bit of a background information and insight into what it's like to run a website like this and how impactful and meaningful it is to the world around us when us as consumers get the option of shopping sustainably without having to spend our entire evening researching. It's all in one place. So I am going to grab Kate into the chat in a second and she can run you through her amazing business. She should pop on at any second now. And don't be scared while you're watching to ask questions. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Good. It's lovely to see you again.
Yes, it's a little bit later for you in New Zealand, isn't it?
It
I'm
is.
catching
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
How was your day?
Not too bad, thanks. Yeah, how's yours?
Very good. It is a very sunny Monday, even though we're in lockdown in Sydney. I'm still smiling.
I know. How's it going over there? I've been thinking of everybody in Australia.
Oh goodness. Best we don't go into too much
Okay.
detail of it. I feel like that's a scary subject. But you know what
Yeah.
I want to talk about? I want to talk about you.
Oh,
And
thanks.
I want to talk about how much fun online shopping is and how wonderful it can be when you're using a website like Au Natural. So this whole conversational series is about bringing awareness to sustainable brands, sustainable businesses, and thought leaders who are doing something that's really inspiring. So can you talk us through a little bit about what Au Natural is and what you guys specialize in and what you actually focus on the store?
Yeah, great. So we're a New Zealand online retail store, and we sell a wide range of products, a lot of waste-free products, but sort of our main focus is everything is natural and cruelty-free. So none of our products are tested on animals, which is sort of the main ethos behind the brand, and everything is natural. So there's no sort of toxic chemicals and products that can sort of irritate people's skin, that type of thing. Yeah, and we sell a whole lot of different brands. So we don't make our own products. We sell brands, the trusted brands, and we do all the research for you, so you don't have to do
Yeah, I
the
think
ingredients.
that's what I want you to sort of dive a little bit deeper into.
Yeah,
Like something I sort of touched on when I was introducing this conversation is part of everybody's pastime is online shopping. We all are guilty of it. We all
yeah,
love to do it. You know, you're sitting on the couch at 8 p.m. and, you know, you sort of accidentally dive into that world. And what I love about Au Natural, and we're so grateful to even be connected, you guys work with us, you stock Soul, is that you literally do the hard work. Like I know if I go on your website, I don't have to think. I can wholeheartedly purchase anything knowing that you've done the research, that it is cruelty free, it is vegan, it's sustainable as much as it can be. So can
yeah.
you talk us through what's that process look like? Like what's your everyday? How do you actually pull that whole thing together?
Yeah, well, we have an ingredients policy, which is on our website. So everything that we sell is based on that in terms of skincare or anything
Yeah.
you put on your skin. Um, and then in terms of the waste-free products, we're looking for products that have minimal impact on the environment. So anything that could be composted or, for example, like Soul Cups, anything that can be reused. Um, yeah, so that's sort of the main ethos behind our brand. So there's a whole lot of ingredients listed on our website on the ingredients policy that we
So you
don't
must
include.
be You must be pretty like hardcore, like, when it comes to picking brands, like if it doesn't
Yes.
check your list, like you just
Yeah.
don't
Well,
stock it.
for the most part, the brands that we work with are really already aware of who we are and why we you know sell the products we sell. So a lot of the hard work's already been done when they come to us. Yeah, and and then obviously we do check the products against our ingredients policy, and we ask them first as well, so that just to make sure that everyone's sort of on the same page. But yeah,
Absolutely.
it's an interesting process, but for the most part, it's not really that difficult because you kind of can easily look out for the products that have the ingredients that, and there's a lot of certifications out there that
Exactly.
people can have, and
Exactly.
yeah, you just kind of got to do a little bit of research, and
It's
it's
the
really good.
admin work. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
the
it's good
hard
to
work that sort of goes into it. And like I
yeah
can imagine how much you would be learning along the way. Like what a journey, what an experience that while you're actually talking to all of these brands and you're stocking so many different things, you'd be learning so many new things
mm,
about what is sustainable, what is ethical, what is like, new certifications come up, new qualifications come up, new standards. What's one thing that sort of has like what's the most interesting thing that's happened, in the last year of operating? Like what have you learned? What's something that you can sort of share with us that you've experienced?
you mean in terms of the business itself? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
like
asking?
just
Yeah.
yeah, like learning about being sustainable or stocking sustainable brands or like just
Yeah,
the
I
whole
think
journey. Like,
I think a lot of it is giving people the opportunity to just start on this journey. So we sell a lot of sample products
mm.
um,
Oh, I
for a
like
lot of
that.
brands. Yeah, so people can try something because it's really hard. Like a lot of people want to try a natural deodorant, but it's so hard to change and make
Yeah.
that change when you don't know if something's going to work, and it's probably one of the hardest things because everyone's so self-conscious about their body, and obviously they don't want to smell bad or whatever in the workplace environment or what have you. So
But that's
um
such a good point. Like that's such a good
yeah
example as well. Like even on a personal level, like before I sort of, did the swap and
yeah
changed to a natural deodorant. Like that's such a perfect example. Like I would have loved to have been able to try it before so that I could sort of feel comfortable or feel safe before like spending, because it can be quite expensive. All natural products tend to be a little bit more expensive. So I love that you guys do that. Like what other products do you sample?
skincare, we have so one brand that we sell is the Herb Farm, which is a New Zealand skincare brand, and we sell a lot of samples of their products. Yeah, all sorts of stuff actually. Trying to think off the top of my head. And a couple of other brands too. An Australian brand called Black Chicken. We sell some of their products in sample form. We sell a lot of mini versions as well of different products. So
Yeah, great.
it takes a completely waste-free brand in New Zealand. I think it's sold everywhere now, all over the world.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've got a
amazing.
lot of their sample products
So
as well.
what's in terms of the world of business and the world of sustainability, like on a personal level, like what is something that you've learned for yourself? Like how has running this business changed your life on a personal level? Like what changes have you made and what swaps have you made and what are some interesting things that have happened while you've been operating Au Natural?
Well, I think the biggest thing really on a personal level is just in order to help people make the change, you have to allow them to just go about it their own way, and and reiterate that you only need to make one small step at a time, so you don't have to change your whole life all at once, because that's a
Yeah,
massive
it's
task
overwhelming.
for
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, yeah, it's the same for me. Like we're always making changes in our lifestyle, and nobody's perfect, so you can't try to do everything all at once. Just do something really small, bit by bit.
Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
yeah. Um, So I think that's probably the main thing in terms of my personal journey. And I did have something else I wanted to add, but I've just forgotten what it is.
That's all
Yeah.
right. But it's super interesting. Like, it's a conversation that comes up all the time. And it's, as the concept of going waste free or going sustainable, like it can feel so daunting and so overwhelming. And that's why coming to a shop like Au Natural is just a wonderful, safe space. It's like you don't have to buy everything, you don't have to buy lots, but you can pick one thing and you know that you sort of have done the job for us, and you're like, okay, well, this is all good. You can get anything here and you're already ticking a box.
Yeah,
So
that's exactly it. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
and I mean, how long have you been running Au Natural for, and what's your personal journey like? When did you get into, even on a personal level, like when did you start thinking about sustainability as something you wanted to do every day?
Yeah, so we bought the business off the previous owner 2 years ago. Jenna was the previous owner of Au Natural. She had it for 7 years, so it's been around for 9 years. Can't believe it's going to be 10 years next year.
Wow.
And I used to work, I've got a varied background, but immediately prior to buying Au Natural, I used to work in sustainable transport, which was all about encouraging people to use sustainable modes of transport, cycling, walking, public transport.
Amazing.
So I was all about behaviour change was my background really for a couple of years.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
and that was really interesting.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that? That's incredible.
Yeah,
Because that's what it is. Like it's all
exactly.
behavior change.
Yeah, and that's so. But sustainable transport was all about small steps. So I used to manage the Aotearoa Bike Challenge, which is a challenge in the month of February, like what you're doing, plastic. Like what Plastic Free July is. It's all about cycling, and you only have to ride a bike for 10 minutes to participate, and then you can go in the draw to win all these prizes from all around different parts of the country. And I managed the Wellington campaign for that. And it was just all about encouraging people to just give it a go, and you only had to ride a bike for 10 minutes. So that was my biggest learning, really, was that people just have to try something, and then eventually, they find the joy in it.
I think
as well.
Yeah, I think in terms of like psychology and consumer psychology and mindset, I think it comes down to starting, just like doing anything, starting anything, taking the plunge. Like the first step is the hard part.
Yeah.
The second element is consistency. So every single day. So even if it's 10 minutes, but you have to do it every day, it like instills that. Yeah, they say
challenge. You only had to do it for 10 minutes during the month of February, and it was just about like giving people a chance to actually just try it, even just one time.
Right.
And that was what I really sort of realized that, like, and that's where people, they try it once, and most times they'll give it a go again during that month because they love it so much. So it's
absolutely
all about making it a fun experience for people.
And I think that, and on top of that, it's like, they say it takes 21 days for a habit to be, to turn in, like for something to turn into a habit, right? Consistency over an extended period of time. And I guess that's the premise of what Plastic Free July is about. It's bringing awareness every single day, just a little bit. And hopefully that tiny little bit of awareness every single day, whether you see a post, you see a story, or you join one of these conversations, it turns into a habit of how you actually think. And as a consumer, it gives you the ability to, to be able to question things and go, okay, well, should I buy this product? Should I buy that product? Which one is more sustainable? Which one is better for the, for my body, for the planet? And I love, obviously, like I keep saying, like Au Natural becomes that platform where people can just, without thinking, instill it into their habit and into their lives as part of their rituals of, I need to restock on homewares. I need some more makeup. I know that if I go to Au Natural, it's going to be vegan. It's going to be cruelty free. It's going to be conscious. It's going to be sustainable. One of those boxes are going to be ticked for me. And it's just beginning that habit and that process.
Yeah, absolutely. The other big thing I learned was that the biggest way that people make change is through their community, so through the people that they know. So a lot of people know other people that do similar habits to them, and that's sort of how those habits come about. Like composting is a good example. Using your reusable cup when you go out for a coffee.
That's right. And I mean, like you said, Au Natural's been around for quite a while. So what do you guys do as part of your daily practice and business to instill that support to the community? Like what do you guys actively do as a brand to support your community? Because I think that's what's so special and that's what's so interesting.
Yeah, so we're constantly looking for new brands and products to sell that fit and are better as well. Like, for example, makeup's quite a hard one. It's really hard to find waste-free makeup. But that's sort of, I'm on a mission to find some good brands to bring on in the next sort of 6 months or so.
Amazing.
I feel like that's what people want. We have been in touch with a few, but it's just sort of about timing, really, for them, for the brand.
Absolutely.
Haven't been able to get them on board yet, but we're striving to find bigger and better, ways and products for people to try and to be able to offer a really broad range as well.
And part of that process is also sharing that with your community. So you've got an online presence, you've got a website, you've got a mailing list. So it's about how are you guys as Au Natural communicating to your audience giving us like added value? Like what do you guys do on a daily basis that helps your consumers or your audience understand better of all the work that goes into what you're doing?
So we have social media, and we're always sharing our new products and and we also have our email that goes out once a week that has new products in it. And we like to give tips as well. So in our emails every week we give a tip on how to live a more sustainable lifestyle.
Amazing.
It changes week to week. So we've had a few this month from plastic, with the theme of Plastic Free July, help people reduce their plastic consumption.
Fantastic. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? It's about doing the right thing. You guys have the checklist, you have the process that makes sure you're stocking the right brands, and then it's about communicating to the audience. I think that's what it's all about. It's about changing the habits. It's about mindset. It's about creating an environment where people can come safely to and shop, knowing that you've done the hard work. So before we sort of wrap up, can you tell us where can we find you? Where can we follow you? Where can we support you? And basically let us know how we can access you, so I can make sure I leave it in all the comments.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so our website is aunatural.co.nz, and we've got a discount code for 10% off the website, any products except for sale products and gift vouchers, but 10% off. So the code is SOL, SOL10, a number 10 digits, SOL10.
Lucky followers.
And then we're also on, obviously, Instagram, Au Natural NZ, and on Facebook as well. So you can find us on those channels.
Kate, thank you so much. Thank you for jumping on, for saying a quick hello and telling us a little bit about your amazing company. And if any of you don't know what to do tonight, jump on Au Natural NZ and go shopping, because you get lost down that rabbit hole. But it's going to be sustainable. It's going to be conscious, ethical, and all the good things in between. Thank you so much for joining me. It's so nice to connect again. And let's stay connected.
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks very much, Rebecca. Lovely to see you again.
Bye.
Take care.